The marquee game, though, on the slate. The Knicks begin their title defense against LeBron and the Sixers, making his debut for the Sixers at Madison Square Garden at 7 Eastern. In his career, James just 1-8 in his team's season openers when on the road. And finally, the rematch of the Western Conference Finals. Thunder at Spurs, a titanic battle between top two favorites to win the MVP this season, Victor Wembanyama and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And they'll tip off at 9:30 Eastern. All those games on NBC. All right, and welcome inside the studio. I'm George Sedano in for Malika Andrews alongside David Dennis Jr., Chiney Ogwumike, and Dave McMenamin. All right, we got the slate now, right? Opening night, national television, all the games on Christmas or whatever, right? We've seen it all now. So the reigning champs, let's get back to them. The Knicks opening their season against LeBron and the Sixers. Dave, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like at MSG?
It's going to be like Game 4 of the NBA Finals when they made that incredible comeback. And it was electric within the walls of that arena, the world's best arena. And you have the most intriguing team as their opponent. The Sixers would have been intriguing had they just traded for Jaylen Brown, but you throw in LeBron James, it's going to be must-see TV, and it's going to be where I'm going to be. I'm going to be there for that opening night game.
Can I come with you?
No, please, come on.
Can we just put my schedule just for that
Yeah,
day?
let's do it.
Wasn't there like a little subplot of if the Knicks didn't win, LeBron potentially could have gone there,
Rich
right?
Paul said it.
So
right.
to me, that's even more wild, the fact that this is a team that he could have seen himself on, but instead he's on the Sixers, and I just feel like we're underselling the energy because they're going to have rings for the players. I'm sure that everyone courtside is going to have rings as well.
Yes.
Mariska Hargitay, John Turturro, Zach Joe,
The whole SVU
Ben
crew.
Stiller, the
Yes.
entire crew of SVU has rings. But to me, this is great. This is how you start the season. You want to see the biggest matchups, and that's it right there. The biggest players and the biggest teams in the most magical arena.
All right, David, what's the best possible matchup for opening night for you?
To me, I mean, yeah, it's that matchup, right? It is the Lakers Sixers, but also we got to also talk about that Spurs OKC.
Oh,
right?
no doubt.
Like that to me is the definitive rivalry that we're going to have for the next decade probably. As these young guys are going to be going at each other for the foreseeable future. Right now, no disrespect to the Knicks, I still have them in that top tier with them, but these are the two teams that have the best odds to make it to win the championship, right? And we're talking about like a nasty rivalry. This thing went 7, and we're coming off of this thing talking about Chet.
Wemby cried when he won.
Wemby cried when he won, but
Yeah.
look at what we're talking about with OKC. Chet got his lunch money taken. Everybody's talking about how he was in the offseason. J-Dub and the idea that, hey, he's not healthy. The OKC would have won that series. I want opening night. I want 7 games in the playoffs. I want a midseason tournament. I don't know if we can add another game. Like, Blake can play 15 times. I want as many of these games as we possibly can.
Here, 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 here. I mean, listen, also, let's talk about the Sixers Knicks, though, for a second. It's banner night, right?
Right.
Too. I mean, like, this 53 years, they've been waiting to see that. So we get to see that go up. And the last 2 times LeBron was in the building when a team raised the banner, the Nuggets and the Warriors, 10-point losses. So he has something to try to reverse that.
And if we're speaking about, Madison Square Garden, the cheapest ticket right now for ring night, banner night, is $2,000. We're already in playoff on game 1 of 82.
$2,000.
So you coming, you buying the ticket, or you got your credentials?
So I might need to find that credential.
Okay, we can work on
I'm not going to buy that
Yeah,
ticket.
okay.
But yeah, it just tells you everything that this is the place to be. And I just can't see a better way to start the season than that. Like, hello, we are back.
And we're talking about those Knicks fans. Like, of course, it's been a celebration. And the Knicks, the one thing you know about New York, they know how to find a chip on their shoulder, right? And as much as they're celebrating, they know that everybody in this offseason has been talking about the other teams, the other moves. Philadelphia has snatched all of these headlines. LeBron is there. Jaylen Brown is there. Now the Knicks are like, hey, wait, don't forget about us. This was not a one-off. Yes, this was a drought that we ended. Everybody's happy. We want another one. We are New York. The fans are going to be feeling that. The Knicks are going to take that crown back and say, we have a reason that you're talking about us.
All right, look at these guys behind me here. You got Wemby, you got Shai, you got Jaylen, you got LeBron. Dave, I'll start with you. Who's most likely, in your opinion, to hoist the championship trophy this coming season?
So I'm not ready to say it's going to be any of those teams.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not ready.
Okay.
Like, would we have all said the Knicks last year in August?
No, I don't believe it.
Probably not, right? Until they caught fire
Right.
in the playoffs. So I'm open for another team emerging, but I do think all 3 teams on the right are the championship tier. They're the prohibitive favorites on the 3 teams on the right.
The Spurs and Thunder have the shortest odds to win the 2027 NBA title at plus 270. And the last time there were 2 teams tied for the shortest title odds to start the season was the 22-23 season with the reigning conference champion Celtics and Warriors. Shanae, real quick, any thoughts on the question I asked, Dave?
You know, I think the most interesting stat is that we've had a different champion for 8 seasons straight.
Right.
So even though teams want to get back to the mountaintop, that path is so much harder. If you look at the Eastern Conference, yeah, you feel good if you're the Knicks when you won, but then a few months later or a few weeks later, now you're looking at Toronto and Kawhi pending. Now you're looking at Miami and, you know, Giannis heading down there. Now you're looking at Philly. Most obviously, you'll get a good look at them on opening night. But then we haven't talked about the Detroit Pistons. Didn't they finish last year with the best record?
60-plus wins, right?
In the Eastern Conference. They're also one of those teams that are flying under the radar. I don't know why. I just have been following the chemistry building. The San Antonio Spurs, I think they're going to be motivated from falling short. Okay?
Yeah.
So I like how they're together in France and all those types of things. So I look at the Spurs like maybe they can do it.
All right, let me ask you, Dave. You mentioned you'll be at the Knicks game. How about that matinee that we got, Detroit and Boston?
It's the first time in league history.
Yeah.
There's going to be 3 nationally televised games on opening night in a non-lockout shortened season.
Right.
And I've talked to people around the league today, and they're like, we could sense the excitement for the NBA right now, so let's experiment with this thing.
Let's do it.
They talked with executives at NBC, and it was kind of a joint decision that this is something we can turn into a celebration of the game. It's already a marquee moment for the league. Let's see if we can enhance it and turn it into a major showcase. Maybe down the line this becomes a tradition for NBA fans. And listen, it's not that abnormal to see sporting events during the daytime
Baseball
in
does it all the
America.
time.
Baseball, the NHL season tipped off at 5 p.m. or whatever, pucked off.
Drop the puck.
There you go. And then also added bonus, hey, it's an international game. 3 p.m. Eastern is primetime viewing in Europe.
That's a great point, for sure.
3 p.m. Eastern is also primetime viewing in America for NBA content.
Fair enough, too. Right, listen, noon Pacific, I'll take it. All right, still to come on NBA today. We just saw who's playing opening night. So how about our night? Who do we got headlining ESPN's games on Wednesday and Thursday? Well, check it out. You won't be disappointed. Plus, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, but these festive matchups should be absolute cinema, okay? You'll want to see which teams are holiday hooping. And Indiana's backcourt has been setting the league on fire. But how do they match up against the Liberty? We break it down next. Stick around for NBA Today. Die Hard.
The new NBA schedule gives fans plenty of reasons to be excited before the season even begins. Opening night immediately delivers major storylines, especially with the Knicks hosting LeBron James, and the Sixers, wow. The Thunder faced the Spurs in a highly anticipated Western Conference rematch. The Knicks and Sixers matchup has everything needed for a memorable season opener. New York will be celebrating its championship in front of its home crowd, while Philadelphia will introduce a completely different team featuring LeBron James and Jaylen Brown. The energy inside Madison Square Garden should be incredible. The Thunder-Spurs game could be just as important for the future of the league. Victor Wembanyama and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are already among the biggest young stars in basketball, and their teams appear ready to build a rivalry that could define the Western Conference for years. Their previous playoff series only made the matchup more interesting. It is also difficult to choose one clear championship favorite right now. The Knicks have proven they can reach the top, while the Spurs and Thunder have enormous potential. Philadelphia has added major star power, and Detroit could become a dangerous team after its strong previous season. The league feels more unpredictable than ever. Making opening day an all-day NBA event is another exciting development. Putting 3 nationally televised games on the schedule gives the league a chance to turn the first day into a celebration rather than simply another regular season night. It could be the beginning of a tradition that grows every year. Overall, the NBA has created an opening night packed with stars, rivalries, and championship expectations. LeBron's Sixers debut against the Knicks alone would be enough to attract massive attention. But adding Thunder, Spurs, and Celtics Pistons makes the entire day even more appealing. The new season already feels like it has arrived.